Good morning. So excited to be with you guys today. I know we got to get the Facebook algorithms to kick in and just wake everybody up for a minute. But right now, why don't you, if you have team members that you would like for them to know the code, the key, the combination to unlocking their Juice Plus business, what is it? What do you have to bring to the table? What's the three things you have to bring to the table to make your business a success? Why don't you tag them in the comments right now? Put their name in, wake them up. Even if they don't watch us live, if they're unavailable right now, if you tag them, they'll get a notification. They can watch the recording later. That will be really cool. Another thing is, I want to make sure that you tell everybody where you're calling in from. Lots going on today. The main thing I knew I had a thought on my mind. Hope is not going to be with us today, so there may not be quite as much immediate interaction. Trey may jump in there for a minute, and Hope will if she can, but she had a conflict this morning. So a lot of the reaction to your comments may come a little bit delayed. If you have a question, they will get answered. All your questions will get answered. If you have a link question or where do I find something question, those will all get answered, but I just want to let you know you might not have quite as much interaction because it's hard for me to type and talk to you at the same time. My brain doesn't work that way, and Hope's always been really good, but just today she had a conflict. So just be aware of that, okay? All right, well, let's jump right in, and keep tagging the folks you want to tag. This is our special training for the month. Normally we're getting together at the beginning and end of each month to start the month well, finish the month strong. And I'm trying to do one really good special training for you guys in the middle of each month. So this is the key, the combination to unlocking your Juice Plus business. We're in the home stretch here. I think we've got like 16 or 17 days left in our 90-day challenge. And hopefully many of you are on our text message campaign to be doing that together. And everybody's missed some days. I've missed some days. I've gotten busy. I've done 2 in some days, but the goal is not to do 5 in one day and skip 4 days. The goal is to try and be consistent and do 1 every day. So hopefully you'll finish September strong with that. And we also want to make sure you're participating in the company's amazing offer as we celebrate Juice Plus's 30th anniversary, 30th birthday. Amazing. We've been inspiring healthy living around the world with this killer product, which is still number 1 in its category, number 1 most researched product. But 30 years. So you're getting $30 off your application fee in September. If you're first timer with us, or if you were involved with us maybe pre-COVID or something and want to rejoin, that's great. And you get 30 free samples, or almost $100 worth of samples coming your way to help you start and launch your business. But let's dive into the training today and see what it looks like. I'm excited about this, okay? Hope you guys are excited too. You may be like breathing into this sack. You know, you hyperventilate and you're trying to calm down. You get started. Maybe you didn't have a plan. You've never done anything like this before. You don't know what to do. I mean, maybe somebody that you tagged in here is like, why did you tag me? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm hyperventilating because I've never done a business like this before. You know, this is a funny picture where nobody's at the point of having to breathe into a paper bag. And I don't even know if that's safe. Consult your doctor or whatever. I'm not telling you to breathe into a paper bag. I don't even know if it's healthy. But you don't need to worry because there's not some degree or element of rocket science. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this business. It's really very simple. It's about a commitment, consistency, belief, accountability. All those things are super important to making this happen in our business. But I really believe that anybody can do this business. That doesn't mean that everybody will do this business, but I believe I can help anybody get to the top of our compensation plan, which is it's an amazing national marketing director benefits. I mean, if you reach our top leadership levels, I mean, you get benefits, medical, dental, life, long-term disability, prescription coverage for your family, an amazing income of reliable full-time income for your family. You get a business investment bonus to like a expense allowance every month up to $3,000 per month, college tuition reimbursement for you, your spouse, and all your family members, Christmas bonus. I mean, insurance even covers massage. I mean, it's great. So, but I think if you give me 24 months and you do some of these consistent things, I think we can get anybody there in 24 months. Everybody's not going to do what they need to do, but if you'll do these 3 simple things and commit, I really believe we can get you there. Okay, so the first time I came across somebody calling it codes, I think was when our kids were playing video games. Let me explain that in a minute. But the reason I thought of this is, do you remember going to middle school and getting your first locker? So cool. The girls' lockers were always neat, decorated, organized. Some of them hung mirrors to put on lipstick and all that kind of stuff. The guys just chunked their stuff in there, but it was a place to put your stuff. And you got this lock, and it was the first time you learned the right, left, right combination secrets to the lock. And so I believe there are 3 numbers, 52, 100, and 24, that'll help you really see what you need to do to unlock and build your Juice Plus business. I mean, and you can get excited just like you did that first day of middle school when you got your first locker, okay? So combination element, the first number, the first code, and Trey Bowden was helping me make these slides, and he's a generation younger than me, and he's been more into the video game realm probably. And the video gamers and the younger kids think about cheat codes. They'll find this video game they like. And I don't know if your kids have played all these games and they tell you they're getting good, they're breaking records. Most of them are going to a website to get a cheat code to help them skip through levels and stuff. It's kind of crazy, but these are not cheat codes. These are really critical numbers to unlock your Juice Plus business. And that first one is $52. It's an application fee to join our business. I remember, it's really way more difficult today than it was when I started because I only had to pay $40. You all have to pay $12 more after 36 years of an application fee to start your Juice Plus business. And I hear these crazy things about like franchise fees, 7 figures, and all this kind of stuff. There's no the application fee is $52, and you don't have to buy any inventory. When I got started, I didn't have the money to buy a bunch of invest in long-term inventory either. 0 upfront purchases. Nothing's required except your application fee, which is great. Can you think about this. I'll challenge you. Put it in the comments here. Can you name another business that lets you own a business for for $1 a week? $1 a week is what it costs to own your Juice Plus business, $52 a year. And as we said right now, if you're watching this video in September of 2023, which you probably are, it's the 30th birthday of Juice Plus, and you get $30 off your application fee this month, that's amazing. The second number, so the first number involves money, which is, anybody can do this business. Everybody won't do it. Anybody can do it because there's no upfront investment or no threshold you have to cross. The second number is 100. And when I got started, I was naive enough just to believe them. They told me I needed 300 names. That was to create a list. They called it a memory jogger of 300 names. I want you to give me at least 100. We can work with 100 and that number can grow, but I need at least 100 to start with because we're going to learn how to invest your relational capital in this business. I believe God calls us to be stewards over what he gives us. I believe that as a society, as a culture, inside and outside the church. So from a biblical perspective and from a secular perspective, we learn that our money is something we need to be stewards over. We keep an account of it. We have bank accounts. We invest. We pay taxes. We pay our bills. We give to those that are less fortunate. Some of us are better managers of that resource, better stewards of that resource than others, but we know we're supposed to do it. Second is our time, and that's our calendar. How do you manage your time? People say, I can know a lot about you, your values, your beliefs, your work habits, if you just let me see your checking account, your checkbook, and your calendar. So everybody wants to manage their time well. They want to be good stewards over their time. We've probably all tried 10 or 15 calendar apps. We've tried that many paper apps. We've put desktop calendars. We've used Post-it notes. We've used alarm clocks, reminders. I can go through from paper, multiple versions, even a 3-ring binder that started out weighing 10 pounds, and by the time I stuffed it, You get to the October, November, near the end of the year, and it weighs 20 pounds because you've stuffed all kind of paper in it. And then I went to, this is going to date me, but I went to a Palm Pilot. How many of you in here, I would like, raise your hand, hands up, put a star, asterisk, or say, yes, I had a Palm Pilot. How many of you actually remember having a Palm Pilot? That was the first, like, handheld computer. It wasn't a phone yet. It was just the touch screen interface with that little stylus. I had one of those, and I tried to run my calendar from that. You couldn't see it very good. It was black and white. Really, it was black and green. The screen was almost green. I tried that. Tried my BlackBerry. Went back to paper. Got my iPhone paper straddle. And the first time I really felt like I went all digital was when my iPad came, and it was big enough for me to look at a month and a year at a glance. On the phone, you can see the day pretty well, but none of the apps really do a good job of showing you a month and a year at a glance without having a magnifying glass. I mean, maybe when I was 20 it would have worked without a magnifying glass, but now I'm pretty good with close-up stuff. I mean, I'm not wearing reading glasses all the time, but trying to look at a month or a year view on my iPhone is just, it's beyond my eyeballs these days. My wife, she just keeps moving her arms out further. She has how many of you stretch your arms out when you're reading fine print? I just need light. As long as I've got light, I'm good. Anyway, so we've all straddled things, trying to find the 25th hour in a day, manage our time. So we know we need to be good stewards over our calendar. But God gave us something else besides time and money as a resource. He gave us the relationships in our life. And I don't think God connects people together for no reason. Do y'all think God does things for giggles, kicks and giggles? No, I think he unites people. He lets people connect for a reason. And then we're called as individuals to interact, to see what fireworks and what awesomeness God's going to create. Things we couldn't do by ourselves, that by us connecting, we can do bigger and better things. So when you start this business, the number one thing you have to do, number one, is to invest your relational capital. And I really see myself as I mentor and help families and people build a business so that they can make a life, not just a living. They don't have to keep just trading hours for dollars, generating a paycheck. They can make the life they desire and build a business that funds that life. When I do that, I really see myself as a people investment advisor. How many of you have a people investment advisor? My goal is for you to, when we start working together, for you to trust me enough to share your relational capital with me, the people that are important in your life, so that I can show you how to invest those relationships to build this business beyond your wildest dreams. Okay? That's the 100. And the key to a successful business is learning to leverage, to take that relational capital and invest it. Remember the parable of the talents, where one guy got one talent, one guy got 5, one guy got 10 by the owner of the business or the farm. And when the guy came back, the guy that had the one talent, he said, "You won't believe it, I'm so excited. I buried that talent in a hole that nobody could find, and so that when you got back, there's no way I would ever lose it." And he said, "Why? I gave you something and you didn't invest it. You weren't wise with this." And the next one had 5 talents and he doubled it. The next one had 10 talents and he doubled it. So God doesn't want to give you something for you just to bury it in the ground. He wants you to take that relational capital and invest it and use it and build something amazing. So you got to leverage it. So we have to get organized. And we're going to spend the most time on this 100 part of the combination. $52, 100 names. We got to get organized. I don't know how you organize yourself. And you know what? This is just like exercising. We all need to exercise, right? We do. And so what's the best exercise for you? You know what it is? You may tell you the best exercise for you. I mean, the one that would make the most difference in your life, get you more healthy, feeling better. You know what it is? It's the one you will do. I'm not going to tell you a bike. I'm not going to tell you to lift weights. I'm not going to tell you to run. I'm not going to tell you to swim, to canoe, to kayak, paddleboard, rowing machine. All those are good. But the question is, which one will you do? And it's the same here. I mean, you can use a legal pad to organize your names. You can use index cards. You can use Post-it notes. What we use today that makes the most sense to us as more and more tools become available, We use a Google Sheet that works on your phone, your computer, and you can share and collaborate with others if you use that as your option. This is an example of what it would look like in Google. You organize it. We've got the headings across the top for you, and you share that with your upline. You can find out all about this if you just go to makealife.com/memoryjogger. There's training there. There's a link to the template that you can use as a Google Sheet for you to share with your upline to fill out your list. But all that's there for you as a resource, okay? Not going to spend the time. We've got training on that done, so we're not going to spend the time today training on that, okay? Number 24. That's the third code. Your third cheat code is I don't want you to shortchange this business. I want a 24-month commitment. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I've got a 24-month path to get you and your family to the top level of earning with this company, but you've got to stick with the plan and know that you're not going to make full-time income your first month. Not even your second month, depending on what kind of income you're needing. Now, that doesn't mean that some people aren't going to break records and create huge customer bases where they generate lots of upfront money. I'm saying it's possible, but don't look at this business as a get-rich-quick thing. This business is built to last. Jay Martin said he wanted to create a company that would help as many people as possible, a stable and lasting company that would help as many people as possible realize their dreams. And our new CEO, Travis Garza, he said it in a way that's just so impressive to me. He said, I want to help households and families build reliable income. And that's what I wanted for my family. I didn't want a quick paycheck. I wanted reliable income that could be a life-changing generational income for my family, because what I wanted was to make a life. And the only way I could do that was to create a business that allowed me to stop trading away my precious hours. I only got 24 a day. And I had a wife and kids and church and sports and exercise and business, all these things that wanted a piece of those 24 hours. And I wanted to create a business that didn't trade hours for dollars. I wanted to build a business that was the foundation of the life that God wanted me to make with the purpose He'd given me. And so that's what I wanted to do. And that reliable income and a stable business are a part of that. You got to be all in. This is not dip your toe in the bathtub. This is all in. You got to be all in. I want a commitment. There's Jay's quote. I said it earlier. Sometimes I get ahead of my slides. Build a stable and lasting company. Help as many people as possible realize their dreams. Okay? 24-month plan to the top. We can sit down and explain that to you. It's a consistent monthly plan to build your business so that you, at the end of 24 months, you've got 5 amazing leaders on your team and you've met all the requirements to become a national marketing director. Okay? And we would love to partner with you to do that. Now, I'm not going to go into details. Let me give you a snapshot of what that would look like. Because a couple things that we do. These are 24 months. You can see 2 years there. You're on the left, you're on the right. Doesn't matter what time of year you start. We're just talking about 24 months. And we break each month into 90-day sections of rhythms. In each 2 of those 90 days, there's a major company event, and every 90 days includes a major team building event with your team, whether it's virtual or in person. And then to break that down, that's what it looks like. And you see the check mark at the beginning and the target at the end. We set goals for the month. And we have a rhythm of kicking off the month with a plan with your goals and the goals of your team. We implement a strategy for the month to hit those goals. And then we have a target at the end of the month where we gather together and we roll up our sleeves that last week of the month and we finish everything to hit that target. Because if you learn to manage the month, you manage your paycheck and you build that business that lets you stop trading hours for dollars. So what's next? Well, this is the combination you need. Remember this, 52, 124. It's money, people, and time. And then your launch of this, how do you start making this principle work for you? Your launch of this is to learn to manage your month. Like this first month, when you start your business, the first 10 days, you need to make sure you get to Partner Plus. That gives you the bonus check, positions you, allows you and your family to get Juice Plus at the best price. And within the first 30 days, we want to get you to what's called Qualifying Sales Coordinator, QSC. Lots of strategies, but we're going to start learning to manage our business by the month from day one. And if what we do this month, we get paid on by the 10th the next month, and then we start our 90-day rhythm, we start our 6-month rhythm, and we start our annual rhythm. And in 24 months, we can reach the top level if you consistently do those things we tell you to do on a monthly basis. Okay? Now, you can feel it. We're going to manage the month. You're at that starting line, just like those are the Derby gates. You know, those horses are like wired for sound, ready to roll, and when those gates open, they just burst out of those gates. So we got a few tools. We want to teach you how to manage your month. We want to teach you how to have we've got a growth planner you can download. You can buy them on makealife.com/grow. It's a tool we use to organize and get going each month to make sure that we have goals for the month, we plan the week, and we implement on a daily basis. That's your daily method of operation, okay? And the coolest thing about our business is you have somebody that's been successful already. That's your upline, your mentor. They've already done this. It's like they've run the first lap of this relay race. They're up to full speed. They're booking, and they're going to come in there with their hand on the baton. They're going to give it to you, and you're going to run with them that little segment, or they're going to run with you as you launch for lap number 2. They're going to run with you until you're up to speed, and then they're going to release you like the eagle pushes the baby eagle out of the nest so it can soar. So we do this together. It's not tell you what to do. It's do it. We're going to do it with you and help you, okay? So our quarter we're in right now, October, November, and December, is going to be about why is now the time. We're wrapping up September. We're mid-September. But as we launch into the new quarter, it's never been a better time to be in our business. We have an amazing CEO. We've got the #1 selling product of its kind, the most researched product in the world. And we're in a world where you need an extra $750 a month, not to pay new bills. That's just so that you can exist at the same level you existed the year before, because Bidenomics and the things in our government and the way our country's being run right now have increased inflation so much that you need an extra $750 a month just to be at the same place you were last year. To be able to buy the same groceries, put the same gas in your car, do the same things you did last year, not more, the same, you need an extra $750 a month. And guess what? 7 out of 10 high school graduates still, 70% of them still want to be entrepreneurs, and they need a way, they need a path. And the retired people, I mean, they were on a fixed income. Maybe they retired early. Maybe they're in their later years. They need extra income to stay afloat. Okay? So we're going to talk about why now next quarter. It's going to be amazing. Here's our calendar. You can also see this at makealife.com/coaching calendar. But these are the events we have for you guys. You can pause the video right now if you want to write them down. These will all be at our start, finish each month, our 10:30 a.m. mid-month trainings. It's going to be an amazing month. But most of all, I want you to finish September strong. It's going to be great. We've got our finish call strong next week. And to end the month, we want to rally together, roll up our sleeves, and finish it. And we're super pumped that you joined us this morning. Sorry we didn't have as much interaction. We will next time. But this will be live on Facebook as a replay, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter, which is now X, I think. But have an awesome day. We're so glad you joined us today, and I really would love to help you make a life, not just a living. Everybody deserves that. Stop trading hours for dollars. Discover God's purpose for your life and build a business that lets you pursue it to its fullest. All right? Let's do it.